For the first few weeks, you saw us only doing this. But when the move was complete, it was time to get back to our reality, which looks a little bit more like this. And if you don't know, we run a full-time production company, including photography, video, as well as the pre-production and editing. And this month would be full of that. But before we get into that, we started this YouTube channel with a vision that we really didn't expect to flourish this soon. When we posted our first video, we really didn't expect to get the reaction we did. We only expected like a few views and maybe like our friends watching, but we didn't think that many people would be interested. So we are overwhelmed and very grateful.
Yeah.
I think by the time this video is up, we might be at over 10K views.
Yeah, that's insane. I literally thought we might get like between, I don't know why I had 14 in mind. That was the number, 14 views, maybe 20 views for the first video. But I really didn't expect it like that. So we are really, really grateful for that. That also makes us actually more nervous now to post the next videos because we are trying to mix the contents. We don't only want to show house renovations, but also about everything else that's going on in our life. And so we are nervous but excited to show that.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why it took us so long to think of a name for the channel, because we really wanted it to resonate with how much we love coming home, but how much we love doing our jobs, and like the feeling of when you finish a job and you get to come back here and being all over the world, but coming back to this little nook in the forest, basically. And so I hope that our channel does show that in fullness.
We're on the way to Switzerland for literally only a shoot tomorrow, right? And then we drive back to Bavaria, where we have another shoot.
Two shoots. 1.5 shoots. Yeah. Two shoots
on Monday.
And your birthday.
And my birthday.
And that's just the beginning, because then when we come back...
Then 1 day at home, then I need to fly to Kuwait for 4 days. Then
Belgium.
Back to Belgium, then from there to the Netherlands, from the Netherlands home. Then 2 days home, then to America.
With having such a busy month now, I'm really worried about getting ill, because for the next shoot, our client told us that he's very ill, but there's also no one else to be able to do that. That would mean we literally have to cancel a lot of jobs.
We have so many trips this month that I mean, that's not medicine. This is medicine. We have COVID masks, vitamins, and the most important, hand gel. Hands, because this is the important topic. We have 2 very broody chickens. One has decided to make her nest inside. It's a bush at this point. It's so well hidden. She has 20 eggs in there she's been building, and she decided the 2 past nights to sleep there. And then we had Pretzel, which is the broody hen living in the house. I noticed that every other hen was coming to her, literally dropping off eggs. They would just sit on top of her, lay an egg, and she would look after it and they would leave. When arriving to our first location in Switzerland, we were a little taken back by the weather. It would be pretty if it was sunny. I feel like we're getting a storm. It's also very windy.
Yeah, actually, perfect for a shoot.
So this is the morning of the shoot. A client's summer campaign. Spring summer shoot. But unfortunately it decided the one day it should rain. Yesterday was like 26 degrees and pure sun. Today the receptionist at the hotel confirmed that we could go to breakfast early, and now we can't, so we're now just sat in the lobby starving. Just the perfect start to the day. It's currently 6:46.
You know, I feel like that's always the difficulty with having like bigger shoots that involves a lot of people and location and horses, that you can't just say last minute, oh no, let's do it the day after. So we always kind of have to find a way to work around it, work around the weather, and just make the best out of it. And to be fair, most of the time, we are really lucky with the weather. I think it was only in a lot of years now, I think maybe 3-4 days where it was really raining and we had to do everything inside. But apart from that, we kind of always made it work.
Whenever I'm in the car, I always do the check-ins on the chickens to see how they're doing. And listening to the nature and the birds at home is always so bittersweet when you're on the road.
Yeah, it sounds so peaceful. Just birds. I'm actually always really proud and excited when we actually see the final results, what we did.
Yeah.
Because for us it's so easy to just forget. We should post them actually, or I should post them soon. We got so much cool stuff that never got published. Yeah.
On the road life is not always so easy. After making a quick stop to send off our portfolio for a new client, we reminisced about all the times we got to shoot together and how wonderful our job can be. Our next stop on our journey was going to be our previous hometown, which was in Bavaria. We may have moved all the way across Germany for our new house, but we always love returning here.
It's kind of interesting because I moved out from my parents when I was 17 and I already moved quite far away to the middle of Germany, like 6 hours away from them. And I never really felt like I do miss home a lot, but it only just slowly developed over the last years that I really feel like I do really see it as my home and I have made all these nice memories there.
I just do really like it here. Where I grew up and I know where everything is and everything's easy and I feel like I have a family here, but now, especially knowing that my parents are going to sell the house anyway because they found something else. And they move away from here as well. That makes the decision a lot easier, to be honest, to move so far away and buy a house in the north.
Yeah.
But anytime we're here, I do really miss it. It's not that bad when we are at our home because it's a beautiful place and it's just our world.
The next days were going to be a blur between working and feeling nostalgic. We are ever more grateful for each day we get to spend at the old apartment and all of the memories we made with the Max's family there.
Also, that's a really good quality with this structure inside.
For the next shoots, we will also be doing the preparation work. So we spent the next few hours going over our final plans and styling. For this shoot, we had something very specific in mind. I ordered some items online, but to make sure that we had all our options, we also dug through Closet Mom to steal a few more. Pretty good now. I also have some options that I bought from Zalando, and also this top and these things here, so I think we definitely have enough.
I feel like I got a headache and I want to at least spend 1 hour of my birthday not working.
For Max's birthday, I tried to make one of his favorite cakes. It's called a beasting cake. It's pretty good. Oh, it's oozing. We then spent the following 2 days also shooting, but luckily this time the weather did permit to us and we had some really beautiful sunrises.
One of the things I really love about our job is that we can get so creative, and especially for the shoots where we can also plan everything up front and then just really bring our vision to life. And for the next shoot, it's actually split in 2 shoots, basically just on the same locations but for different brands.
The good thing is always when you get to experience the location beforehand, because this is somewhere where you've been multiple times, it's a lot easier to already think in your head before. Where have we already shot? What works? Where the light comes up in the morning?
Needs to come from this side here to you have now a really harsh light under your eye.
Yeah.
And to make that even instead of the shadows. So could you just stand there for us?
So we didn't have time to film anything, but maybe we can just talk about the light.
First we wanted to do it on the fence, but there's just too much grass, so the horse was just distracted. And we only have 15 minutes, so we just had to do it here because the surface is better for the horse. But yeah, I mean, the harsh light is coming from this side now,
Mhm.
from the sun. That means the other side, the other half is just super dark.
Yeah.
So we decided to just brighten up the dark side a little bit with the flash. So it's basically very easy, to be honest. It's just one flash to bring the shadows up and make
And
it
it
stand out more.
It looked really good.
Yeah, I have to admit that I am a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to the lights.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not, but I do feel like quite often we don't really have the time to build a big setup. And we also, because we do work a lot around and with horses, we always have to be a little bit careful. We can't just throw like the big reflectors out, and like you really need to know how to deal with the animals and just treat them in like a sensitive way.
It is a bit of a patience job as well, I find, working with horses.
That's true.
They need you to be patient, which I think you are very patient.
I do look patient, but inside I'm always like, you need to get it done.
We have 10 minutes before the sun's gone.
Yeah, really.
I'm always impressed as well because I have also worked with many other photographers as a model, and I sometimes try to like imagine if I was in front of the camera, like I think as a model as well, you have to know what the photographer's doing, where the light's being placed, where you should face. And so I'm always interested how smart you are with that, because then I see the final images and I'm always like really impressed. After a full shooting day, we usually have a lot of packing to do. But luckily this time we were so close to home that we were motivated to get a nice cold drink at one of our old favourite restaurants. We used to like to go here often, but with having moved away we appreciate even more every time. Our next stop was one quick day at home. We got home really late in the evening, but we still said hello to the chickens and enjoyed the fresh evening air, knowing that it will all start again tomorrow. Coming home after a long travelling trip always feels like a reward, but this wouldn't be for long.
Our next shoot is going to be in Belgium and the Netherlands, and I'm actually really excited about that. It's something very different than we usually do. We do have to film horses that come in with an airplane, and what I'm the most nervous about with this job is filming inside the airport. I really hope that we do have all the right permissions to get smooth through that.
On the way to the airport, earlier than expected.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be there at 5. The flight tracker says 3:40, so we realized we need to be there 1.5 hours earlier, so no time.
It's pretty intense at the moment. We just try to edit a campaign video in the meantime and get some work done, some email. We've not had any chance to do the house, which kind of feels daunting when you come back and like there's no progress and just feel like you're not achieving anything, even though it's one of our busiest months now.
Put away. Of course, now the truck has to come. It's a bit of a special project. We need to film the unloading of horses from an airplane and then film the transportation. So I hope everything goes well with like permissions and that we get in.
Some horse boxes there. We were reaching the final push of the month. I would stay at home and do admin work whilst Max headed off to America for a week shooting. However, we did not expect the journey to turn out quite like it did.
So I'm a little bit stranded at the airport right now. I was supposed to have 3 flights yesterday, but the thing is the passport check took so long. I was waiting for 1.5 hours and so I missed my connecting flight because I only had 1 hour in between. So yeah, I had to run to the gate and of course I was just gone like 5 minutes before I arrived. And then I went to the service desk and of course there was no more flights on the day available to Albuquerque, so I had to search a hotel, drive there, spend the night in Minneapolis. I feel a little bit stranded. My luggage stayed at the airport, so I'm still wearing the same clothes. Instead of only having 1 flight to Albuquerque now, there was only an option with
2 flights available. So first I have to fly to Los Angeles now, and from there to Albuquerque. Really happy that we got enough time planned in. We had today planned in to like acclimatize and like deal with the jet lag. My next flight should be in about 2 hours. And hopefully this time it's better. With almost literally any flight I ever did with equipment, they lost something. So I do always try to pack all the cameras and lenses into my hand luggage so that if they would lose a suitcase that I dropped off, I could still film somehow.
And I really didn't believe it. I used to love flying before I met you, and then when you told me, like, trust me, every time I'm at the airport something happens, and I thought, no, that can't be true. And then every flight we've had together now, something happens. They either lose something, they cancel something, they evacuate something. It is just realistic that you try to fly like at least a day ahead, which is quite smart in this case.
And even though I literally started flying 24 hours before the client did, I still arrived after him. And that really was like, that really pushed me to my limits. I thought, literally one wasted day of my life.
I think it's a little bit easier being a man, I guess, not having your luggage, but I would die if I could not board the flight and I also had none of my luggage, and like you didn't even have a toothbrush.
Nothing.
No change of clothes.
No socks, no nothing.
So I was quite worried about you.
Yeah.
Just hoping that you're not stranded again next time I get like a phone call from you.
In the end, it was really worth it, to be honest. It was a really cool trip. And I actually really liked New Mexico, and this area there was like very much like in the movies. It's just very unusual for us.
Yeah, we don't see that here.
In Germany and UK, everything's green and you don't really have like desert and like mountains. And it was really cool to see that.
And was you sweaty? It was really hot or not?
It actually wasn't too hot, but I did feel the air. And that is something that the people at the location already told us up front. Don't underestimate the high elevation.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe it. And I did grow up quite close to the Alps, and we always went to like on mountain as kids and things like that. So I thought it can't be that bad.
You're acclimatized to the
Yeah,
air.
I thought so, but it was really like, at first I didn't really notice it, but then as soon as people started talking about it, if I feel it, then I realized like how bad it actually is. Yeah.
We really do love our jobs and all the traveling we get to do, but something our new home has already taught us in the past few months that we've been here is how much we actually love being here. No matter what the mess, no matter that we've made no progress and we're living in between the dust and the sand and all the chaos we have going on around, we just love this house so much. And it really does feel like an anchor in our crazy lives.